Hey there, fellas. So there's something that has been bugging us for quite a while now. And I know some of the viewers are curious. The question is, what if you make an intake manifold ridiculously long? And so right here we've got a car, also we have a carburetor, and we'll be using another part for a Lada. This is a prop shaft. And with the help of all of these parts, let's elongate the intake manifold. Not each individual runner going to the carburetor, of course. But from the stock manifold, yeah, we make one long single runner and place the carby somewhere around here, right? Or maybe over here. Or here, perhaps? No? This would have been a cool spot, but then it'll get in the way of the door. Alright then, someone suggested we mount it up top. But we need to make it so that we can modulate it, assuming the engine starts, to make the thing drivable. But we'll figure this out as we go, we'll see how it works, and let's make this happen. Super long intake manifold. Video originally uploaded in 2022. Here's what we've done, guys. This all looks, yeah, you'll notice that we're not running a prop shaft. I mean, it was old and rusty, full of filth, dust, and so on. So instead we're using stainless, which looks nice. It's got that chromy, polished look to it. 1, 2, 3, 4 bends, and 3 straight sections. Now, in the process of putting this together, we were arguing like it's a big tube. We should have used a narrower one for the charge to fly in faster. But after all, this is an experiment. So let's just go with a 63mm tube, whatever. And now that everything is assembled and looking good, is there going to be enough stroke and, like, volume in the cylinders to pull the mixture from the carburetor and into the lower runners? Let's find out, shall we? Here we go. See that? Even starts. Oh, come on, you just fired up. Let's try it like this. Starter motor is not getting it to run. It did cough initially, but then nothing. But we're not letting this get us down. We'll hook it up to another car and try pull starting it. Ignition is on. Gearbox is in neutral for now. But then, I mean, this is running a welded diff. It should start happily. All it needed was a bit of encouragement. Just a little bit. Oh, those are some interesting noises. Yeah, nah. Started well, didn't run for long. Going too slow, need to go faster. He's afraid of some bumps. It started. It runs. That's good. We've made it work. Is it going to idle, though? Yeah, it's actually idling. That's nice. This hand throttle isn't too convenient, though. Here we go. It drives, but I can't say... Oh, but then look at that, it's actually pretty good. I mean, the engine is still warming up. Maybe that's the reason. Oh, it's driving at idle, check that out. Is it about to stall? Nope. We're moving very nice. Having this sort of, gas pedal like a train horn is pretty weird, though. It moves, let me try... This is just excellent. Even with such a long intake manifold, the engine works. It's running, and pretty well, in fact. It's revving nicely. No problems whatsoever. It's like we're running a regular-sized manifold. So even with a pipe of this diameter, the mixture is flying through. It's all good, everything is getting mixed in there. Air and gasoline. The engine is working well, though. Is that the carburetor making those sounds? Yeah, I realized that we're not running any air filter. You can really hear it. What's that all about? Oh, there we are. Did you guys notice that? I opened this valve to increase the airflow into the intake, which resulted in... Oh my, is this cold! We've run into some issues. But that's a huge benefit of this pipe. You'll see it's covered with frost. It is ice cold. And that tells us that the air going in is also cold. And cold air is good for an engine. It's a cold air intake, then? Oh, look, it happily started from the turn of the key. That is just terrific. And you wanted to tie the rope to it. Everything works, let's keep going. It's decided to be cheeky. Come on, what's wrong? Come on, start. What's the matter? Now let's tie that rope. Fired up immediately. Oop, not so fast. Come on now. Come on. Come on, weren't you running just now? So here's what's going on. All of this is frozen, that's all looking good. But the only real way to start the engine is by pulling the car. Though the starter motor also worked a couple of times. But the thing here is that with a pipe this wide, the mixture isn't flowing fast enough to ensure proper engine operation. And with the flow being so slow, instead of a stream of gasoline coming through, you basically have droplets dripping down the pipe. And that's pretty much what's keeping the engine running. You'll recall we tried an IV drip, which worked, and I'm guessing it's the same principle here as well. And so what we need to do is accelerate the air-fuel stream, so that instead of droplets, you have a stream of air and fuel feeding the engine. What we can try here... we'll just use whatever pipe we can find, let's go. Okay, so here's what we've done. The configuration is the same, except that, as you'll notice, the diameter of the tube has changed. It is much narrower. And in theory, the mixture of the gasoline and the air should be coming in much more rapidly. Should be going through at a much higher speed. We are really hoping that it'll be happier to start. Fingers crossed. As for how it'll drive once we start it, we're about to find out. Let's go. Are you seeing this right now? Engine is much happier to start. Still cold, yes it is. It was so eager to start. Come on. It starts very well, actually. You'll recall that with the bigger diameter pipe I could only start it like twice using the key. Every other time we pull started it. Let's allow it to warm. It should feel much better once it is warm. And then I'll try going for a drive. I really want to see how it drives, how it revs. Because with the big tube, it was doing fine at higher revs. And now we'll see how it runs. It is screaming right now. Let's find out how it runs with a pipe of this diameter. And it's idling. Engine is running fine at lower revs. We couldn't get it to run like this with the big tube. The revs had to be way higher. Come on. And here we go. It moves. And at lower revs, the pace is now more relaxed. That was impossible prior. But now we're just slowly moving along, taking it easy, rolling at idle in first gear. I mean, this is just really nice. And now the problems begin. Not even getting close to max revs. Not even remotely. Okay, shall we? Look at that, at how it revved. It would appear that... I think the tube might be too long. And there's gasoline building up on the inside of it. Even though the stream has been accelerated, regardless, it's still building up, resulting in higher revs. Yeah, there's still going to be gasoline left inside the makeshift manifold, which is raising the rev count of our engine. We roll for a bit, after which it'll just keep on going as it should. There we are, normalized. Even though the stream should be quite a bit faster, But in any case, I can definitely feel the difference between a big tube and this smaller one. It is a dramatic difference. Like, honestly. But we'll drive back to base, and by then things should be clear. Come on now, come on. As always. And what can you do? So here's the situation, guys. Running a manifold with a runner of this sort of diameter, you can adjust the idle to what I'd say would be a minimum rev count, and the thing will run. You'll recall that with a big tube, it just couldn't maintain idle, no matter what we did. But here we have no issues adjusting it to make it work, which tells us that it would seem as if I think I'll switch it off so that I don't have to yell. It would seem as if the stream flies through the narrow tube at high speed without any gasoline condensation on the inside of it, meaning that you don't have any gasoline dripping down the inside of the tube and making it into the engine in liquid form. Here we have vapors flowing, that's all good. But I'll remind you that when I was driving it, it wasn't able to fully rev out. All because of the small diameter, so you can't win either way. With the big tube it wasn't idling, it could only work at high revs, because pulling in the mixture required lots of suction, with the flow velocity being so low due to the huge diameter. Also the gasoline, the stream comes through, and some of the gasoline is forming condensation on the inside of the big tube to then slowly drip down. So larger intake manifold diameter does not ensure better engine operation. Maybe at higher revs, but at low revs, engine operation won't necessarily be stable. But in any case, I didn't measure this, but it has to be around 2 meters. Yeah, sounds about right. But the point is, we've made a really long intake manifold, trying 2 diameters, and hopefully the lessons here are clear. Right, we figured out how diameter plays a factor. Big tubing doesn't guarantee a good result. But the whole point was making this super long, which we have, and it still works. Started well with the small tube. Not so much with the big one, because of the low rev count of the starter motor. But even with the big tube, we still successfully pull started it. And that's all I got for you. Watch us, subscribe, send in your suggestions, comment, give us a big thumbs up. Alright, catch you later.